Dang, he's like...
Street boy, you've been out too long. Street boy, ain't you got enough sense?
Anders Nordlow is the searching for sugar man of skateboarding. He is a creative genius on a skateboard, but yet, unless you live in LA and have skated with him, you most likely have never heard of him. I met Anders back in 2009 while filming my first documentary, We Are Skateboarders. I recognized then that he was starting to do out-of-the-norm tricks, but as the years went by, I would see the progression, and I realized his mind was like nobody else's I've ever met. Anders has never had his own filmer, but when I told him I wanted to make a documentary on him, he gave me 76 gigabytes of footage just of tricks of himself. That's probably enough to make 25 parts. I wanted to find out how he went from being just another kid from LA who could do any normal trick to possibly being one of the most unique skateboarders alive.
I remember one of the first times I was actually, like, my jaw hit the ground was he was trying to do half flip over the block to dark slide on the ground to pop off and still land with enough speed to like ride off. I broke my camera out like, hey, let's film that real quick. And that was one of the first ones that I was like, yo, everybody's gotta see this, you know? And then every time I would see him, like, we would just hang out, shoot the shit, and then he would kind of bless me with like one of his Anders moves, you know what I mean? And it went from everything from like dark slides across the bell gap to riding on the tires to popping out to like, I don't know. He constantly had like some ill bag of tricks that no one else I seen do, you know?
Street boy.
Anders, we love you, but we don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to try to like get into your head a little bit about like what makes you like the extremely unique skater that you are.
Street boy. Sweet boy.
Like back in the day when you started skating, you did like semi-normal tricks, you know, and like now it's like taking tires to spots.
I started by like kind of building my own spots, fun boxes and stuff like that, kicker ramps and flat bars, and I built it myself because I didn't have any spots to go to. My parents would make me stay in the residential areas. I guess they were scared of the areas going this direction, like the city areas. They wanted me to be more in, you know, the residential areas with the nice houses.
TB motherfucking K. That is Anders fucking Nordlow, man. He's fucking intensely intense.
When I first got sponsored, it was by Hawk Skate at the Grove, and that's where I was introduced to street skating, where I would like, skate in commercial spots or city spots.
Impossible to fucking ride away from.
Hey, baby, let's go out tonight.
Just keep on doing that.
Stars are surely shining.
What happened with you that like you started to go a completely different direction, you know?
It happened probably when I sprained and fractured my ankles at the same time.
I'm done for today.
Both left and right, and when I healed, I couldn't do like stairs, I couldn't take the impact. So I kind of just tried to think of things I could do low to the ground. And I felt like I still wanted to do something different and bigger, not bigger necessarily in scale, but bigger in just trick selection or unique variations.
Alright. I'm kind of getting sick of trying this, so I'm just gonna land it right here, you know? I'm just sick of trying it, that's all. First try, more no warm up. Oh, shit, I should have gotten there. Broken wrist.
Oh my god.
I'm about ready to quit.
I push myself a little too hard and skate while I'm injured because I feel like it's not gonna heal sometimes. That kind of drives me to like think of new ways to skate because I'm so stubborn and I'm like, I'm not gonna stop skating, but I'll like find new ways of skating. Like, I'm not gonna stop skating, but let's make this work. I gotta push myself to do more, to push myself to do something that I didn't even think of or I didn't think was possible. I like the response of kind of what is that, or why would you do that, or how do you think of these things? I feed off that and think of new things that, for me personally, like how did I think of that? Try and do something, those things where it's just kind of out of the box, like weird. I don't know, I guess I have like a kind of rebellious nature where I just want to do things that people are like, no, don't do, or don't do that.
Dark slides, it's still like, all right, well, the kid's like, he's still taking out just his skateboard, you know? But then it like went to dark slides to like crate slides, you know? Which is like, I don't know, it adds a whole nother element of skateboarding to skating. Like you're bringing a foreign object more or less to the session.
Like dark crate, for example, you know, I had to get the dark slide down before I could like aim and stall a crate and slide. Pershing Square is just like, it's such a tight curve. And it's kind of trippy because sometimes you don't really get around, but if you lean right, you go really fast around. So I liked just the technique, and that was hard to find. But it got easier as I kept doing it. I know skating just kind of gets me away from the pressure of having to be more independent. I just try and like be independent in my skating rather than being independent and skating.
Speaking of independent and skating, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a crate with a pole jam at the end of it, and like, what do you plan on, like, how do you plan on going about like filming a trick with that setup? Like, how does that work, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, I surprise myself, or I weird myself out sometimes.
So how do you what do you plan on doing with it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the reason why it's been hard for me to be more independent and make money myself, because I kind of weird myself out, and kind of just trying to be different makes me feel different, kind of isolates me.
Maybe I'll put the rocks in my bag.
There's rocks in there?
Yeah.
Just how heavy do you think that is, Anders?
40 pounds? 30 pounds?
Damn heavy.
All the way to LA High.
Oh shit. Dirty ass track. Ooh. Can you carry the crate from here? I'm like exhausted. Hi guys.
What are you thinking?
I'm not sure if I can do it. It's like
I met Anders, I want to say maybe 7 or 6 years ago. When I see Anders skate, it's like he's always doing something outrageous, something crazy, always something new, creating something. He just doesn't stick to one thing. Like, he's always changing what he's obsessed about. First it was crates, and then it was tires, and now it's back to crates. Now it's building stuff on top of crates, but he's in a league of his own, pretty much, to me, skating. There's a fucking cigarette in his mouth, doesn't he?
lean forward, I got it.
Just like you saw earlier, that kid tried to get on the crate and just ate shit. Like, that is crazy to me. And then waxing the bottom of it too to go faster, like.
Dude.
Yeah, because tires are usually easy to find. You just go to like a gas station and ask the dude for a tire. Sometimes they won't give me a tire, so I'll like show them footage on my phone and say, I'm just gonna use it for this. They're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
hides the crime rate. Councilwoman hesitates, public gets irate, but forgets to vote dates. Weatherman complaining, predicted sun it's raining. Everyone's protesting, boyfriend keeps adjusting. You're not like all of the rest. Garbage ain't collected, women ain't protected. Politicians using people they're abusing. The mafia's getting bigger, like pollution in the river. And you tell me that this is where it's at. Woke out this morning with an ache in my head. I splashed on my clothes as I spilled out of bed. I opened the window to listen to the news, but all I heard was the establishment's blues. Gun sales are soaring, housewives find life boring. Divorce the only answer, smoking causes cancer. The system's gonna fall soon to an angry young tune, and that's a concrete cold fact. The Pope digs population, freedom from taxation. Teeny bops are uptight, drinking at a stoplight. Miniskirt is flirting, I can't stop so I'm hurting. Spencer sells her hopeless chest. Adultery plays the kitchen, bigot cops from fiction. The little man gets shafted, sons and money's drafted. Living by a timepiece, new war in the Far East. Can you pass a Rorschach test? It's a hassle, it's an educated guess. Well, frankly, I couldn't care less.
It's good in a way to kind of help with the stigma of it, that people can have a life and experience joy and still have a mental illness with the help of professionals, that, you know, he can maintain a balance in his life and enjoy skating in a healthy way. But sometimes when he gets on a manic end of his disorder, he gets a little more obsessed with the skating and quirky about the tricks and more imaginative with the tricks. When he started incorporating tires and crates, and you know, I don't know if that was a result of him becoming kind of on the manic end, like I can do all these crazy things, or if it's on the creative end. He's very, very creative as well. So, but I think when he's more manic, he gets more obsessed with it all and perseveres more and can skate all day and lose, you know, 10 pounds maybe by doing it.
Anders reminds me a lot of the kids that I used to work with when I used to be an instructional aide for autistic children, and I see a lot of those traits in Anders. A lot of people don't really talk about that or say that as much because they know a little bit of his other history, his drug abuse for a while, and I don't know if that is why he is the way he is, or if he's always kind of had something in him that's different. I kind of feel like it's both. You can tell he's just one of those guys that has a really good heart, and some people can't be around Anders because he's so weird and different and socially awkward, but that's actually one of the things that I like about Anders. He's not into what people think really about him or what he looks like to others or being socially accepted. What's most important to him is getting the trick that he wants to get or whatever he's into.
What the?
Ready, 180 out?
Yeah, over it. Oh shit.
Yeah, 180 out would be smooth, dude.
Me and especially Ian are some of the few people that have been more accepting, and so I think he's opened up more to us, and I think he needs that. I think it's important that Ian is in his life because they have a special bond, like a brotherhood, you know. He lives with his mom, and then from time to time he'll stay with his dad, so he's not around too many people very much, especially people that are family other than his parents. I think it's important for him to be around people that he feels like love him and accept him, and he can kind of just be him.
But thanks for your time, then you can thank me for mine. And till that's said, forget it.
It's worrisome, it's scary. Many trips to the hospital. He's had concussions, he's had broken bones. It's kind of unsettling. And I know he loves it, so it's like I support him as much as I can. There was one summer where he was kind of obsessed with skate spots, and it was a summer where I was off, and so we drove up and down the coast, you know, taking pictures of skate spots, and that was kind of fun, and we bonded over that time, and you know, I admire his perseverance. It's amazing. It helps me to understand what it takes for him, how many tries it takes to get a trick, and you know, sometimes we could be there for a couple hours and not get the trick, or you know, there are times when I get frustrated. It's like you need to make some money, you need to get out there and work. But he does get a lot of product. I don't think I've bought a skateboard for him in years, since like 6th grade, so he's been able to support his skateboarding and himself to a certain extent, but yeah, day-to-day living, and yeah, I'm here for him.
Forget it.
Oh, you have to do it. You have to. I'll never do that again. Jeez.